Good evening, guys and gals. Just wanted to run something by you guys here, something I've had on my mind for a while. Just thought I'd share with you a little bit, maybe get y'all to give me some comments. If you got the time to watch this little video, I'll do the best I can to get it out there as quick as I can. But if you can watch this, I'd appreciate it. Shoot me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. But anyway, we started this thing, Trophy Room Adventures, about a little over 12 years ago, and when we started this thing, we had the idea, hey, everybody's idea of a trophy is different. What might be a trophy to me may not be a trophy to somebody else, and vice versa, and all that good stuff. So as you know, if you've kept up with us, we've grown this thing, and after doing it for quite a while, you kind of figure out what works, you kind of figure out what don't. It's a learning thing. It's along with anything else. The more you do it, the more you learn. So, but I want to run something by you guys. Something I've had on my mind and on my heart for a while. As y'all know, we've got two lodges. We got the North Lodge and we've got a South Lodge. And really, for a while, well, really since we started South Lodge, I've wanted to take a leap and do something a little different. Okay. I've wanted to have a place where, like I said, trophies means different things to different people. Well, some people just killing a deer at all might be a trophy. I mean, Dan Fitzgerald, if you've ever watched any of his videos, he's killed thousands of deers, and his idea of a trophy, he said any deer taken with a bow is a trophy to him. So, that's his idea of a trophy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the way he feels about it. But we've had a 130-inch minimum, and I'm not saying we're doing any of this stuff I'm talking about, okay? It's just I'm throwing ideas around. I want to get you guys' feelings about it and see what y'all think. We've had a 130-inch minimum, and don't get me wrong, that's a 130-inch buck is a monster buck, especially for people that don't live around where there's deer like that. I grew up in North Carolina, was hunting my whole life. I've never killed a 130-inch deer in North Carolina. It just don't happen too often. I'm not saying you can't, but they're not behind every tree, and they're not behind every tree anywhere you go. But 130-inch deer is a really good deer, okay? I'm not saying anything bad about the 130-inch minimum. But I've always wanted to, since we've had the South Lodge, I've wanted to step it up a notch, I guess is what you say. I've wanted to have a place, and I'm not saying you can't do that where we are now, because you can, because we've killed 2 deer over 200 inches in the last 12 years we've been in business. And if you Google Ohio outfitters, take your favorite outfitter in Ohio. Just go to Google and say how many 200-inch deer has such and such outfitters harvested. It'll come up and it'll tell you each one. The list is pretty small, okay? We've taken 2, and I'm not tooting my own horn about that. By all means, God gets all the credit. He takes all the glory for that, okay? All I did is, I'm just a dumb redneck that loves the deer hunt, and I love to take people hunting. That's the reason I started this business. My brother and brother-in-law used to get so mad at me when I was a kid growing up in North Carolina. After I killed a few deers, I would bring my friends and stuff to our places, and I'd say, hey man, you ain't never killed a deer. Come on, let me get you a deer. I mean, I just loved it, and I've always loved it, and that's the reason I do what I do now, okay? But anyhow, back to the subject. I've always wanted to improve. I always want to get better, okay? With that being said, South Lodge, I have an idea, I have a vision of what I would like to do at South Lodge. I would like to take it and make it a members only kind of a club deal, and we call it the club or whatever y'all want to call it, I don't care. But have just a very few limited number of members. Keep all the farms that we're currently hunting with South Lodge attached to that. Not sell any weekly hunts to anybody at South Lodge. South Lodge just take it as its own thing. If you're not a member of the club, you don't get to hunt South Lodge, okay? Now, that's all wonderful, but you got to pay for this somehow. So I'm not trying to get rich. I've never tried to get rich, but it takes money. If anybody that's got any common sense knows, it takes money to operate. It takes money to get the land we have. It takes money to have the lodge. It takes money to keep the lights turned on, keep the internet going, keep the corn put out, keep the stands updated, keep everything going. If you've ever deer hunted at all, you know it takes a lot of money to keep all that going. So the numbers have to work out. But we want to take a very limited amount of people, the least that we can, and we want to create a place that is far exceeding any other place you could go to harvest a monster whitetail deer, okay? I want to have a 150-inch minimum. I want it to be a place where when you come and you hunt with us at the club, you're going to expect to pass a 150-inch deer. That's the minimum. I don't want you coming looking for a 150-inch deer. I want you to come, and it's going to take a very select, the right people, because there again, trophies are different to different people. There's some people that's crazy that think, so man, you crazy to pass a 150-inch deer, and you're right. For some people, you're right. But we have a lot of people that contact us, and they've killed some really nice deer. They're looking for better than 150s, okay? I don't only want to be able to help the people that are looking for their biggest deer ever. I want to help them people that have killed some really big deer. I want to help them get their biggest. I want them to get even better than where they are now. I can't do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just a dumb redneck that likes to deer hunt. I've been doing it for a while. I kind of got figured out what works, what don't work. God has really blessed us. We've got tons of land that is very special. We've got land that, with the right management, we could kill 200-inch deer regular, not just 2 in 12 years. I'm talking regular. I honestly believe that. But that being said, you can't get to that level if you have a minimum of 130 inches, okay? Now, don't start freaking out, people, because I'm not thinking about changing everything to a higher minimum. North Lodge would stay exactly the way it is, 130-inch minimum. There it is. If you're the type hunter and if you're looking for the biggest buck you've ever killed, and 130 inches is going to do that for you, then North Lodge is going to be the place for you to come, okay? We're not going to change a thing about that. But what I want to do is take South Lodge, and I want to create a place for the hunters they've killed 130-inch deer, they've killed 140-inch deer, they might have killed 170 or 80-inch deer. I want a place where when you come to South Lodge, that you know, I'm going to see a 150-inch deer. I mean, I don't want the 150-inch deer. I want something bigger. The only way to get a deer bigger than he is now is to not shoot him. He's got to get older. I mean, I'm just a dumb redneck, but the only way, look at me, look how big I am. I didn't get this way when I was 18 years old. I'm telling you, it takes time, and it's that way with every animal. The older they get, the bigger they get. If they don't get to the age, they don't get their potential, okay? I'm not downing anybody that wants to hunt North Camp. I'm not downing anybody that's happy with a 130-inch deer. By all means, don't get offended. That is not what I'm saying. But I've always wanted a place I've always helped the people that's killed their big. I want to help you kill your biggest deer. I've done that my whole life before I ever started outfitting. That's what I've always done. I want to also help the people that have killed big deer. I want to help people that have killed their big. Maybe you've killed a booner. I want to kill one bigger than that. Call me greedy, I guess. I don't know, but I want to be the one to help you get to your goal, whatever your goal is. And we have the place with the right management that we could do that. But you can't hunt the South Lodge farms and shoot 130-inch deer expecting to consistently have 200-inch deer. It ain't, you can't do it. You might get one once in a while, and we will kill more deer. We'll kill another 2-inch deer in North Lodge if I don't die soon. It'll happen. But your odds, man, your odds are going to be so much better if you let the smaller 130s go. If you come to South Lodge, if you're a member at South Lodge, don't even think about 130-inch deer. I don't want you to think about 130-inch deer. To be honest with you, I don't want you to think about 150-inch deer. I want you to think big. I want you to be the man that's looking for his biggest buck ever, that wants to kill a true free range. Now these are free range deer, free range trophy, and be willing to hold off on a monster buck. That's all they are to it. 150-inch whitetail is a monster buck. If you want to kill a 200-inch deer, you can't shoot that 150-inch deer. Y'all see where I'm going with this? I'm not downing the people that wants the 130-inch deer. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a perfectly fine. That's a monster deer. 150-inch deer, trophy to anybody, should be. That's just all they are to it. If you're happy with that, keep on keeping on. But you got to look at these. There's a certain group of people that are not happy with that now. They've killed some deer. They're not happy with a 130-inch deer anymore. They want to kill something bigger. I'm just trying to provide a place for that, is what I'm trying to do. Might work, might not work. That's why we're thinking about this, okay? Me and my wife have been debating about this for pretty much ever since we've had South Lodge. I've wanted to do it since we've had South Lodge. She's more reluctant. She don't want to offend anybody. She doesn't want to, honestly, worry about paying for it. It's easier to sell. I'm just being honest with you. It's easier to sell a deer hunt to people, to the average Joe, which is what I am. I'm just an average Joe, okay? It's easier to sell a deer hunt at a 130-inch minimum place than it is a 150-inch minimum place. And it's simple. Why? There's more people that would be tickled with a 130-inch deer than they would. I mean, yeah, they're going to be more tickled with a 150, but they don't want to pay more to kill the 150. And the only way to get more 150s is to not kill the 130s, if that makes sense to you. Something I want to try. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but I think at some point we're going to have to throw it at the wall and see if it sticks or if it don't. I'm perfectly happy with helping people. I'm perfectly happy at 130-inch minimum. On one sense, I'm perfectly happy with it. The other side of me knows we could do so much better if we would just hold up, okay? So, but I don't want to cut out those people that's been hunting with me. I don't want to cut out the people that's never even saw a 130-inch deer. You can't expect somebody that's never even saw a 130-inch deer to hold off on a 130-inch deer when it comes through. I mean, that's, you can't ask people to do that. That's why I want a place for everybody, okay? I want a place just like we have now. I don't want to change a thing. I want it to stay the same minimum. Here it is, just like we've always done. And we're going to kill really nice deer on that place. I'm not throwing off on that. We kill nice deer there every year. We've killed, like I said, we've been doing this for 12 years. We've had 130-inch minimum the whole time. We've killed 2 deer over 200 inches. We've killed a 194. We've killed several deer in the 180s. We've killed several in the 170s and a boatload in the 160s and 150s. So I'm not saying you can't come to North Lodge where there's a 130-inch minimum and not kill a 200-inch deer, because you can. It's proven. We've done it. But I want a place where you can go and you've got an even better chance to do that. That's what I want to do. Will it work? Will the money work out? I'm not doing it for the money. I promise you I could make more money other ways. This is not for the money. I just want a place where when Fred Johnson calls me and says, hey, I'm looking for a place I want to go. I want a place I can hunt year after year where I know I've got a chance to kill a Boone and Crockett buck. I want a place where I know it's managed right. I want a place where I know we're not shooting a littler deer than that. I want that. There's people that's what they're looking for, and I'm just trying to give them a place for that, is what my way of thinking is. Am I stupid? I don't know. If you've watched this whole video, then you have earned the right to give me your opinion, okay? Leave me a message, leave me a comment, and listen. Tell me, are you plumb stupid? That'll never work if you think that's the way it is. If you're mad about it, why would you do that? Well, you're going to cut out people's places to hunt. I'm not cutting out nobody's place to hunt. North Lodge will be there. It's the same as it's always been. South Lodge may even be there. I'm not saying we're doing this, okay? I am not saying this is a done deal, but that's what I want to do. But I don't want to do it if it's not going to work. I don't want to do it if the money don't work. And it's not about the money. It's just like everything else. You got to pay. You got to pay for what you got. If you want a Lincoln Continental, you got to pay more than you do for a Pinto. That's just all there are to it. If you want a Lariat truck, it's going to cost you more than an XL. And it's not the fact that I'm not charging more, but it still takes, what I'm saying is it takes the same amount of money to run that operation. If you take less people, you increase people's chances, you still got to have that same amount of money. Hope y'all understand that. One more little thing I'll touch on. I know I've been going on and on and on forever. This is a great option for people that's leasing land. If we do this, if you're leasing a property in Ohio with the intentions of killing a monster Boone and Crockett buck, you're going to spend more money than what you're going to spend if you join this membership. I promise you. There is no way around it. Are your odds going to be better? I think so. You're not confined to that one little piece of land that you're leasing. You're going to have hundreds of acres that you can hunt, different farms. It's going to be a limited number of people. You're still going to get to hunt as much as you want to hunt. You're going to say, well, I like doing it myself. I like putting up stands. I like putting out bait. No problem. Come up here. I got it all figured out. We'll have work weeks through the summer. You want to come up, help? You want to be involved? You want to have a say-so? You want to scout the land? You want to say, hey, I really like this spot. I'd love to have a stand there. Maybe you can. Talk to me about it. Okay? We're not going to turn people loose and just let them go do what they want to do. If we do this, all the TRA rules will be followed. You will have more freedom. You'll have the freedom to pick where you want to go. You'll have the freedom to come up in the summertime and scout. You'll have the freedom to come help put in food plots, hang stands, do all the work that you love to do. You'll have free access to all the trail cam pictures. I'll fix it where if you're a member, you see the trail cam pictures the same time as I do. You can pick where you want to hunt. It's going to be a no-brainer if you're looking at leasing land as to which one is going to be better for you on your chances killing a Boone and Crockett buck. That's my opinion. You may have a different opinion. Be glad to talk with you about it. Be glad to listen to it. Send me a comment. Send me a PM. if enough people's interested, we'll do a Facebook live, and I'll answer questions and we'll talk about it right there on Facebook Live. I just want to do what's right for everybody. I want to help the ones that are looking for the next level, but I don't want to leave the ones that's where they are now out. I'm not going to leave them out. I'm not going to abandon that, because I'm from North Carolina. I'm a country boy, redneck. I know what it's like to hunt in places where there ain't no big bucks. I know what it's like to hunt for 25 years and never see a 130-inch deer alive. I've been there. I know. And I know the first 130 you see, you're going to want to pop it. And I don't blame you for that. And we're not taking that away. I'm not, in no means, trying to take that away from anybody. But I want to help the ones that's been there, done that. They're looking for something bigger. That's all I'm trying to do. Let me know how you guys feel about it. We'll talk about it. We'll make a decision one way or the other. God bless each and every one of you. We thank you for all that you've ever done for us here at Trophy Room Adventures. We're going to do our best to get the biggest bucks we can possibly get for you guys to come up here and hunt. And we're going to give God all the glory for it. So thank y'all again. Talk to you later.